An abortion is a technique to end a pregnancy. It uses medicine or surgery to remove the fetus from the uterus. An abortion can occur spontaneously, in which case it is usually called a miscarriage, or it can be intentionally induced. Abortion is one of the safest procedures only when it is done by a licensed physician. The decision to end a pregnancy is very personal. Induced abortion has long history and can be traced back to civilizations as China, ancient Egypt, and the Roman Empire. Pregnancies were ended through a number of methods: the use of sharpened implements, the application of abdominal pressure, and other techniques. Church groups, as well as physicians, were highly influential in anti-abortion movements. They believed abortion was murder. Soviet Union, Iceland, and Sweden were the first countries to legalize abortion. The abortion legalization incited into cultural and religious debates around the world.
There are some facts that you must know about abortion. For example, before you visit an abortion clinic, we strongly recommend you that you have to ask yourself about the health and the safety questions. Number one, it is important to be sure that you are pregnant, because it is possible to receive a false indication of pregnancy. Number two, you have to know the risk of the abortion, because it does involve physical harm. You have the legal right to be informed of the type of surgery that you will receive, as well as any complications that you could have. Number three, you have to be sure of the name of the doctor who will perform your abortion surgery, and confirm that he is certificated as an obstetrician gynecologist. Call your state agency to see if the doctor has been involved in any medical malpractice suits. Number 4. You have to be sure that after the surgery you could have a required emergency care. You don't have to forget that you can change your mind at any time. Abortion is only your choice. You can take all the time you need to consider your decision.
The price of an abortion can range from several $100s to several thousand. It depends on 4 factors. The first factor is the stage of pregnancy. The second is the type of abortion procedure, like those that invade the uterus and kill the child by instruments which enter the uterus through the cervix. Those that kill the preborn child by administration of drugs and then induce labor and the delivery of a dead baby. And those that invade the uterus by abdominal surgery. The third factor is the geographical region. And the last one is the choice of anesthesia. Well, 52% of women obtaining abortion in the US are younger than 25. Women aged 20-24 obtain 32% of all abortions. Teenagers obtain 20%, and girls under 15 account for 1.2%.
There are many people who are against abortion. Here we have some arguments. Abortion damages women. Some people oppose abortion because it can damage the long-term physical and emotional health of women who have an abortion. Abortion is a male plot. They argue that men see the risk of pregnancy as something that stops men having sex when they want it. If men are to achieve full sexual freedom, the freedom to have sex without responsibility, it is essential that abortion be freely available to back up contraception. So abortion on demand is vital if men are to be able to have women on demand, and those men are arguing for abortion so that they can continue to exploit women. This was one of the reasons that 19th century feminists opposed abortion. They regarded it as a way for men to have sex with women without having to take responsibility for any resulting children by getting the woman to risk their lives in what were then dangerous operations in order to prevent the child being born. Abortion violates feminist principles. Some feminists oppose all forms of violence, including abortion, because they are inconsistent with the core feminist principles of justice, non-violence, and non-discrimination. And now, here are some arguments in favor of abortion that promotes childbearing, freedom, and equality. The women's liberation movement sees abortion rights as vital for gender equality. They say that if a woman is not allowed to have an abortion, she is not only forced to continue the pregnancy to birth, but also expected by society to support and look after the resulting child for many years to come, unless she can get someone else to do so. They argue that only if women have the right to choose whether or not to have children can they achieve equality with men. Men don't get pregnant, and so aren't restricted in the same way.